Good afternoon. I speak to you all today with great humility. 240 days since the October 7th Hamas atrocities and brutal attack on Israel, and 125 hostages are still in Gaza. Who knows exactly how many of them are still alive? We stand in front of the RedCross headquarters, an international organization whose responsibility was in fact to answer their question, to visit the hostages, give them their medication, and check how they were treated. But as in other cases, when it comes to Israel, the international organizations fail their true purpose time and again. We tend to forget, but 4 of the hostages have been in Gaza for 10 years. Adel Goldin and Oron Shaul are missing in action since Protective Edge in 2014. Avera Mengistu and Hisham Sayed are held alive for 10 years in Gaza. As National Security Advisor in 2021 and 2022, I felt a sacred mission to meet with families of those held hostage or missing in action. So did the Prime Ministers I served, Naftali Bennett and Yair Lapid. Not only these families, but also families from previous unresolved missioners' action, unfortunately. It was always hard to meet with these families and confront their painful reality. Time passed by and their loved ones were still gone. I felt it was my duty to share the truth with them. What we have done to bring them home, what was possible, and what I thought they could do as well. Personally, I felt ashamed to read how my successor, the current National Security Advisor, Tzachi Hanegbi, spoke to the hostage families. There is absolutely no justification for that. Today, while I'm not an official, my personal commitment is as strong as it was then. There isn't a day, I don't think, what more could be done to bring them home. In every interview, every talk I give, it is important to keep this issue alive and urgent, because for so many of them, there is no time to lose. Governments should do more. The Prime Minister of Israel should do more. Levers need to be used to push Hamas to release the hostages. Because in my mind, the release of the hostages, all of them, those who are alive and those who were murdered, is at this point at the highest priority, and there is no time to waste. Military action can do so much against an enemy which hides behind their own civilians and uses our hostages as the ultimate human shield. Other means should be used as well to cut off all of Hamas's resources, their financial lifeline from Qatar, and their physical lifeline through the ongoing smuggling from Egypt. These countries must do more to make Hamas understand the time is running out. And the international community can do more as well. Hamas leaders see and hear the criticism Israel is getting. The delegitimization, not only of our right to defend ourselves, but even Israel's bare right to exist as the Jewish people, to have our own homeland. That is despicable to all of us here, I'm sure. But it is becoming a normalized narrative out there. We must all denounce it. We must all stand tall and strong and justify our right to be, our right to live, our right to defend ourselves against those who swore to kill us all. We should not ignore the suffering of the civilians in Gaza either. This long war is devastating to the civilian population like never before. But we must remember the true oppressor is Hamas, who cares more about murdering us than providing for their needs. Israel takes the blame even when it is Hamas which disrupts humanitarian convoys, and when it stores munition behind their tents, resulting in the killing of many of them. Can Israel do more? Of course. And it must. It must have done more from the very beginning. But Israel is in an unimaginable condition. The war was imposed on by an enemy who uses all of our liberal weaknesses against us. And when the international community is mostly ignorant of the facts and is just looking for a quick fix, well, quick fixes will not bring them home. I want to end with reference to President Biden's speech from Friday. It was given while the empty hostage table was being set for Shabbat dinner in front of the Capitol building. For 35 weeks, an amazing group of volunteers exhibit a Shabbat table waiting for all of the hostages to join. What a wonderful symbol of hope. As the table was being set last Friday, I was watching live President Biden's speech. The president presented Israel's offer for a hostage, an offer approved by the war cabinet, and rightly so. This is the most forthcoming offer Israel considered so far. It is controversial among parts of our society and in our government, but it is justified, and it is time to seal the deal. I hope this offer is accepted by Hamas so that the process to bring all of the hostages home and end the war can start. Let me end with a message which the hostage families posted in unity in response to the president's speech. Now is the time for all of us, governments, NGOs, celebrities, and concerned citizens everywhere, to use our voices and demand our leaders to accept this deal before it is too late. Bring them home.